Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today, we're actually going to be talking about Ripple XRP as well as Stellar Lumens or XLM. Now, these two assets, in my opinion, have a ton of potential in the future markets, even including, major financial markets, which we already know about, but also many other markets as well, especially considering the fact that the XRP ledger has a ton of use cases already pre-built into it, as well as so does Stellar. I think that these two are incredible assets to hold long term. I talk about these two assets a lot on my website, NCashOfficial.com. I actually have a plan to include these two assets a lot more on this website. I want to go in depth more so on my plans after the bull market as well, so definitely stay tuned for that if you guys are on that website, or if you guys do hold the Crusader Trading Bundle Pack. I do have a lot of plans with that because those two assets, or I should say these two assets, are two of my favorite assets to hold. And you guys might be wondering, well, why? I mean, these two have not moved at all in value. Well, it's the idea that they have moved, it's just that they haven't moved too much since last November. I mean, realistically speaking, if we go to the all-time chart on this, and we even go back to 2017 and 2018, here is around the November timeframe of 2016, right? It was trading at about 6 cents. This is XRP, by the way. Or I shouldn't even say 6 cents. It was trading at like a half a cent at this point, or I should say almost 1 cent. And if we go to November of 2017, we could actually kind of see that this was trading at about 20 some cents. So this had made some significant gains already November to November. But if we go back to November of this year, or I should say 2020, we know that we were trading at around 20 some cents before, of course, we jumped out to around 40 cents, 60 cents. And I mean, we made some significant leeway, but it hasn't been anything major. I mean, from 20 some cents, 20, 25 cents to around $1, it's been like a 4x. Back here, it was like a 20 some x. So right now, we are well positioned for a major breakout event, and that will most likely happen in December, as I've already talked to you guys about significantly many times. I think a lot of these assets like Stellar and XLM will have those major runs in the December timeframe. I mean, even here is the chart for XLM. The major breakout point started in December. So we're really watching for that November, December, and January timeframe on a lot of altcoins. In fact, I think XLM and XRP are going to have the most parabolic bull run in crypto history. I think that these two are going to make very significant gains. That is why I personally think that these two are my favorite. We also hold a lot of OG tokens like Bitcoin Cash. I'm a very big fan of Bitcoin Cash. I know a lot of people probably hate it, probably thinking like, why are you even holding that trash? But this stuff, in my opinion, I think Bitcoin Cash will make significant gains. Litecoin, all of those OG assets, like even EOS, is going to do fairly well. As this asset, I've been holding this for a significant time as well. The funny thing about EOS is that this actually didn't top out until around April of 2018, which I find weird considering the fact that most assets actually already had their topping point in the December or January timeframe. And April we had a little bit of a run up. It wasn't too crazy, but it was around 92 cents. But we'll have those spikes here and there. But nonetheless, let's talk about these two assets. We actually see here, it's Q4. We don't really need any TA. Number goes up, alts fly, XRP flies, XLM flies. You make a lot of money. Don't let dips and crashes get to you. We'll see when it's time to sell. 2017 class knows Berto can be a bear. We will be glorious bears, but not today, not today. And a lot of people say XRP will not breach $4 plus in 2021. A lot of people think that nothing's going to happen with XRP. It's going to sit around this point forever. But I don't think people pay attention to the past. We need to look at these past patterns because they are key to understanding what's about to happen. This is exactly what's about to happen. This massive parabolic candle to, $5 to $10 plus on XRP. I've always said Stellar could actually hit $5 to $10 plus. I'm dead certain on XRP being double digits by the end of this bull run. Just so you guys know, like I have zero doubt that XRP will hit $10 to $15 this bull run. So I think that those are some high tier targets for XRP, and Stellar 5 to 10. I think that that's pretty high tier as well. So I'm watching these two very closely, and I do agree with this. I think that alts are about to go absolutely crazy in Q4. We looked at the past patterns; they play perfectly into that. So I'm very excited for what the future has to hold. Now we also see here who wants to see XLM in its rightful spot, ripping to the top 5, and honestly, I think a lot of these assets deserve to be a lot higher. In fact, we already seen Brad Garlinghouse say that XRP deserves to actually be in the number 2 spot right now. And could you imagine XRP at a $490 billion market cap right now? That would be very significant. That would actually be very incredible for a lot of us who have been holding XRP. And of course, XLM at number 5, having a market cap of almost $70 billion, I think it's well deserving of that. I think that these two assets have a ton of utility behind them. I know a lot of people are biased in the XLM community and a lot of people are biased in the XRP community, but honestly, I could like these two assets all day long because they're great. These are incredible projects, and I think adoption is about to kick in a lot for a lot of these assets, and I think utility is really going to take place very soon. Probably not this bull run, but I think utility is going to be the cornerstone for crypto as we do march forward on in time. Now we also see here, could Stellar Org be involved in Nigeria's CBDC Inera that launches tomorrow? And I don't think it can be. There's a lot of things happening. Like we already know that Nigeria has named Barbados-based Bit Inc. as technical partner in developing the Inera, which we do know that Bit is a partner of Stellar Lumens, but I think that that's a little bit of a stretch. We also see here by running Bit's DCMS on Stellar. Again, this is that partnership confirmation. But overall, when we're looking at this, this is running in offline mode. This is offline Inera payment solution and cross-border payment solution as well. Now, we do see here a Stellar offline. As far as I know, it's only XRP, and of course, this was the XRP demo that a lot of other people could have done, or a lot of other coins could have done. I don't know who's going to be the choice for this. We could see XRP, we could see XLM. I don't know. It could be anything. We could even see Hyperledger Fabric. It could be absolutely anything. So when we're talking about a lot of these assets, this is a little bit of speculation. Are they working with them? Who knows? Would I be mad if it was XRP? Would I be mad if it was XLM? Would I be mad even if it was Hyperledger Fabric? Absolutely not. I think that any sort of digitization adoption is good for crypto. I think any sort of digitization in any market or in any area around the world, including CBDCs, I think that that is a nice step in history to really allow for us to have that progress being made in terms of digitization and even tokenization. So I'm happy either way, doesn't really matter. But overall, we also see here, Navati appeals to increase sales by using Ripple. In addition to using ODL in the Philippines, they recently partnered with SCB in Thailand. Due to these factors, sales in FY 2009 were $18.4 million, plus 55% last year, which is a splendid result, XRP. And we actually see that here. Here is the Ripple expansion. Here is Navati. Of course, this is pretty much all of what they are doing and focused on. And of course, here's the acquisition value proposition, or proposition. I don't know why I said it like that. But we do see here with Ripple, of course, Ripple being named on the ground in Southeast Asia. I think that this partnership is incredible when we look back on time. And I think that this is incredible to see in terms of value. We're seeing scalability being, obviously the main progress factor here with, 55% increase last year. I think that that's great. And this goes to show you that with technology like crypto, with technology that Ripple is offering these companies, there's a no-brainer move to adopt these ODL services. I think ODL is such a great innovation in terms of this space, and I've always said that ODL is going to be the main success driver for Ripple and XRP, and I think that it's only a matter of time before we truly see that. Now, we also see here, okay, people underestimate what trillions of dollars can do to a 12 billion circulating supply. $100 plus is not unrealistic at all for XDC. It's the greatest opportunity of our lives, being only at 10 cents, even more so than what happened to Bitcoin. Now, I will say this. I'm going to be doing a video on XDC very soon. Actually, I'm going to be doing it tonight. But when we're talking about trillions of dollars flowing in, we also not only talk about 12 billion circulating supply. We talk about 24 billion. We talk about even 46, almost 47 billion. I know a lot of people think that this is a lot in terms of supply, but it's really not. This is actually not a lot even in terms of Stellar. I think we have a lot more upside potential for a lot of these assets, and there is going to be a lot of money flowing in. There's going to be trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars moving into this market. Now, I'm not seeing $100 plus for XDC this bull run or anything like that, but I will say this: XDC is also a very undervalued gem, and I think that a lot of people really need to look into XDC if they haven't already. Now, we also see here the problem is cross-border payments, and Stellar is the only distributed and scalable network suitable for this purpose. Just touch it. I don't think that it is the only choice. I think that Stellar or XLM is a great choice, but it is not the only choice, as well as, even XRP or anything like that. And this is talking about VC guys keep trying to make cryptocurrency a global standard by spending billions to invent less attractive versions of Bitcoin instead of just buying payment system companies to make the most common cash registers and apps support crypto payments by default. And of course, when we're talking about what's happening out there with all of these major markets, I think that cross-border payments in terms of solutions are being driven by utility adoption in a lot of these assets like XRP. I think, again, when we're talking about ODL, look at what ODL could really do for a lot of these assets or these companies. So I think cross-border payments is the start for, a market that does need to get disrupted, but I don't think that Stellar or XRP or any other asset is the number one choice for something like this. But I think that this market is set to be disrupted very soon. We also see here 9 reasons why I believe XLM will moon in 2021. USDC, Visa, MasterCard, MoneyGram, Acon City, IBM, Deloitte, Shift, Stripe. More reasons why I believe XRP or XLM, will moon in 2021. Lightnet, CBDC, WireX, Grayscale, Samsung, Vonovia, Sion Bank, Nasdaq, Smartlands, Horizon 2.0, Lightmint, NFT, stablecoins, Bitbond, and Bankos. And there's a lot of things happening behind closed doors. There's a lot of things within the XLM or Stellar Lumens ecosystem that's really growing. I think there's a lot of catalyst events to really happen with XLM. And again, we are closing the gap in on those December timeframes. And I think that this repeated process is going to be the same thing that we see very, very soon. And I think that when we're talking about the upside potential, I think that we could easily 5x this all-time high to about $5 plus. And I'm very excited for what to come for, XLM as well as XRP. And this is not the only thing. We also see here, what does this actually mean? It means that XLM is 2 steps away from an ETF. Now let that sink in. And could an ETF be on, the rise? Because we're talking about this, right? This is now publicly quoted in terms of what's happening on Grayscale. We do see here Zcash, GXLM, and HZN are now trading on OTC markets. Curious about how investors benefit, and then of course they give us that, right? But a lot of people are saying not going to happen, but we do see here the final step is the difficult step. Once a fund is SEC reporting, then they're not strangers when they apply for the spot ETF. XLM isn't in the same category as XRP. The monogram move, or the MoneyGram, I don't know why they said monogram, but MoneyGram demonstrates this. Clearly a lot going on behind the scenes that you and I don't know. Of course there is, but will an ETF come out for XLM? I think that is the same point with, XRP, and this is the life cycle of a Grayscale product. We do see a launch private placement, obtain public quotation on secondary market, become SEC reporting, and then convert into an ETF. Now, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if ETFs started showing up here and there around, crypto, but I'm just not too excited for ETFs. I just don't think that they're that great. I don't think that anybody should really be so bullish on ETFs. Look at what ended up happening with an ETF with Bitcoin. It really didn't do too much. So overall, I'm not too excited for an ETF. I just think that could be interesting for more adoption and long-term growth. So anyways, to really kind of wrap this up, I think XRP and XLM are going to have a massive bull run this year. I've always said that. I've always discussed why, and I've always talked about the past patterns. I think that we are playing into that perfectly, and these have a ton of upside potential. So with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys don't want free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.